No mai, haere mai, big kia orana here from Ngā Punawai Sports Complex here in Otatahi, Christchurch. This is round 4 of the men's national premiership. Canterbury Bulls taking on Otago Whalers. Anthony Gelling here, joined by Mr. Monty Beetham. I'm just looking to see if there's any bags under his eyes. Monty, were you up late watching rugby league last night?
I was pretty smart, mate. I made sure I recorded that and watched the first thing this morning, nice and fresh, being able to just sort of dissect it and analyse it all.
Well, he's nice and fresh today, as is the weather, as the crowd shuffle in for this one. We have a look at this Canterbury side, undefeated, as I mentioned. A couple of injuries that they're battling, but some new faces, Monty.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got 3 guys debuting today, Joel Lecker, Caleb Scott and Reece Borkle. So look for them to inject a lot of enthusiasm and some vibrance too. Nothing like a debut or debutante amongst the mix.
Well, emphasis on enthusiasm. I'm fired up for this one. So is their coach, Walter Wilson.
Afternoon, Walt. A big week of preparation for the big clash against Otago.
Yeah, look, it has, on the top of a great effort for Canterbury Rugby League and everyone involved for the youth tournament, with some great results for Canterbury.
Any injuries this week to the team?
Look, we've got a couple of guys out, some for other reasons with injury, but look, we've got some good, capable young men debuting today. Gives them an opportunity, and we're looking forward to see what they can showcase.
Otago are looking pretty strong this year. What are some areas you're looking to attack them?
Look, you know, we've looked at them a lot, and I've made a number of comments about the lack of talent around the South Island to compete against North Island sides, which definitely doesn't sit very well with all of the volunteers and the people that are putting in all the hard work here in Canterbury. So today we're going to make a point of just showing them how much talent we got.
Good luck today anyway.
Yeah, thanks very much, mate.
Look at that. Look at that picturesque backdrop as we have a look at the Otago team that they're going to be playing today. Monty, what do you reckon?
Yeah, Mason Lumihendo, we saw what we could do from the wing, but I just think our fullback, he was part of the SG Ball Wise side or squad this year, and he's a wonderful player, balanced runner, and I think if you give him room at the back and already a very good attacking side, he'll make you pay.
Yeah, as will that number 22, Keenan Messina, returning for the side. He didn't play last week in that game against Wellington. Let's have a chat to their coach, Dallas Wade.
Afternoon, Dallas. How's everything going this week in preparation?
Very, very hectic back home. In that 15-minute spell that we had against Wellington was a bit of a scare, so we had to prepare for anything that comes across like that again for this game. So yeah, very, very hectic back home. Boys are prepared quite well.
And do you have any injuries since last week?
Yes, we're losing 2 big names today. So Izzy Otunuku and then Daniel Muasika. So big losses to those two. Not having those 2 boys out there. Big engines and big shoes to fill. So William Patu is going to step in for his debut game, and yeah, I think he's prepared quite well for this game.
And Canterbury have got a pretty good defence this year. What are you telling the boys to get over the advantage line?
We're not thinking too much about how Canterbury can play. All we're thinking about is what we can do on our field and what we've prepared for through the week, and just do the best we can as we've done throughout the last 2 weeks.
Great stuff. Good luck today.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Well, 2 coaches there talking the talk. We're moments away from walking the walk as the crowd continues to build. 14 degrees as it stands. 12-kilometre wind blowing from left to right, I believe, as the 2 sides getting ready to come out onto the field. Otago led by their captain, Benji Latu. I spoke about this guy a little bit off air, Monty, the offload game that he brings. And some of the excitement. I mean, this is a team that's racked up 62 points against Aoraki, 38 in that game last week, 38-32 against Wellington. They sure do know their way to the try line.
Look at the physique of the man, ball playing ability, very big tree trunks here, loose forward, ball playing middle forward is very, very hard to contain. Gets that ruck speed, watch out.
Well, the crowd makes some noise for their hometown heroes, Canterbury Bulls, undefeated, 2 wins from 2. They had a very big win against Aoraki also, 58 points to 12, and a win against Southland, 44 points to 4. They did have the bye last week, so they could be a little bit fresher going into this one. One thing that's not too fresh, this field, Ngā Punawai Sport Complex field number 1. As referee Paki Parkinson makes his way to the centre stage. Just going to say this field, it's been battered over the last week. The national youth competition taking place with the 16s and 18s boys and girls. So a big week of rugby league here in Ngā Punawai. What a way to cap it off with this game here in Section B of the National Men's Premiership grade. The only thing you could really gauge these two teams off was they've both played Aoraki, and it was almost like who could hit the piñata the hardest. 58-12 for Canterbury, 62-12 for Otago.
That makes for a very exciting day when you've got attacking powers on both sides. Beautiful conditions.
Well, Te Maka does the honours as that ball dribbles down to the 20. The Bulls, first crack in possession here as they charge their way out. Up over the 30, some beautiful hard running. Brings up tackle 2 as they reach centre of the field here. That's Lamalu, the number 9. The Rex play left again. A fairly straightforward set here, Canterbury, just running one off the ruck. As Lamalu sends it left out to Poli. He's captain and number 7 for Canterbury as that kick chase putting the pressure on Otago early on.
Well, you mentioned a very different set in terms of being one out, but in terms of the ball playing ability of this side and being able to get on the front foot, beat defenders with ease, and just have that ruck speed. The next one can get over the top and use that momentum against them. Now they're backing up with some great defence.
Well, this defence might be something Otago's not quite used to. Of course, they've been playing some very free-flowing footy over the last few weeks. It was a very physical encounter against Wellington last week. But you look at that Canterbury defensive line, putting them into the corner, squeezing them up shoulder to shoulder. As both sides reach the last tackle is Epinedu. Kicks that down towards the Christchurch 30. Nice little hesitation there from Rufui. He's a fullback for the Bulls. As they charge forward back towards the Otago end. The Whalers will try to keep them inside their half here. Easier said than done. Great carries
Hard to
from
handle,
the
aren't
Bulls.
they? Big boys. We know you can see them coming. It's very one out, as you mentioned, but the footwork and the speed and the want and intent to play the ball is really helping the side get on the front foot.
Certainly is. Great build on these outside backs. Tall, rangy Nick Evans, the number 5, getting all the way across for a carry as he makes his way back to the right corner. As the Bulls on the last tackle, will we see a kick up into the sun? It's more of a low drive. It's allowed to bounce just once before Lomi Hindle picks it up and brings the ball back for the Whalers.
And look at that chase. There's a red line there, up with bad intentions, and it needs to be with Mason and what he's able to do with the ball in hand. Once again, just gang tackling, getting the numbers in there and just pushing them back.
Yeah, struggling to find any daylight between these defenders as Latu. He's got a magnificent late offload, but no chance to throw it there as the defense cut down the separation between themselves and the ball on tackle 4, I believe. Oh, here's our first error of the game. 3 minutes in, it's been tit for tat up until now. But Canterbury keeping the squeeze on the Whalers.
Real shame. Amato, it was a good carry. Did some work to get through some initial defenders. Some great collision. It's the leg speed, the drive. Get to ground, he's going to play that ball well. First rule of that is to make sure you've got possession. Can have grip of the ball. As you mentioned, set for set. Scrum centre field now. Just think that the ability in these outside backs that you mentioned for this Canterbury side, they now get an opportunity. Yeah, well, you mentioned the grip. Of course, no rain down here. It's a beautiful, dry
afternoon. We've just gone past 12 p.m. And it's a strong run there from Tofilau.
It's been good.
Jimmy Rangiwhai, he's the number 6. He's parked out here on the right as Lemalu goes himself. They've got a nice little shape here down this right edge. This is Te Hau. Oh, wow. Now Lemalu gives it back, or is it a penalty?
Yeah, it's a penalty. I think it was the third player, extra effort trying to bring him to ground.
So a red hot crack now for the Bulls. They charge that one up through Faiva. Gets himself over the line, but unable to ground the ball. Nice defense here from Otago. We'll see if they can keep it up for another 4 tackles. So the two halves split right and left. As we see Poley, hands. Oh, that's easy. They make it look easy anyway. Joe Lecker, the man on debut, gets his first try just 5 minutes into the contest. Canterbury lead 4 points to 0.
Yeah, a brilliant play from this Canterbury side. They're full of running, and why wouldn't you be when you got all that position on your hand? Otago Wellington's making too many mistakes. It just keeps this guys with ball in hand, and just the shape, the ability just to play a back door and just work on inside shoulders to put your debutant away for his first try. It was an easy try, but I'm sure it may not be the last, the way they've been playing, what they're looking to do with such intent, this Canterbury side. Look at that, pass a little bit behind him, but he gathered it in, kept calm, and he grounded that ball. Joel Lecker, first try of the day.
Yeah, like that shape there from the Bulls. Like the ball playing there of Poley, the number 7, squaring up, shades of the Redcliffe Dolphins.
Katoa.
But Izzy Katoa here at 12:15 on a Saturday. So 4-0 to score. It's a tough kick from out wide. We've seen some awesome kicking this week on this exact field. You want to see the girls, Monty, the under 16 girls pinging them from the sideline.
Yeah, well, following in the way of Patricia Malepo, and now she kicked part of the RLPA Dream Team. It's been wonderful for the Wars.
So Kitisemani, Poley moves in. So this one is waved away. Score remains 4 points to 0. But a great start here for the Bulls, as they look to be a little more dominant in the opening exchanges. I can't get over that backdrop. Look at the hills in the background. Not something you see during a rugby league game anyway. So nice crowd there. This is the travelling side. Get us back underway through Timaka. Bounces on the 10, trapped nicely as they charge their way forward. That's Matayariki, the number 4 for the Whalers in that tackle. He's been a juggernaut in these last 2 games. They started the tournament with a bye, of course, Otago, as they give away that penalty. Some nice fight on the ground there from Thompson.
Yeah, initially the carry was strong from him too. Coming off his outside backs, carrying the ball, he just went in for the 1-2 punch. Just as you mentioned, the intent to get off the ground, fight for his team, get that ruck speed. This is the problem that Otago Whalers find themselves in now. No possession, not getting a chance. Just defending all day without that pill, so to speak. Makes it too hard. The collision's got to be better. You can't leave players on the ground. You need to get your fair share of the ball.
So it's Canterbury with more than their fair share early on, as we approach the just over 8-minute mark here in the first half on tackle 2. They punch this one up towards the Otago 20. So the right edge deal with that. Lamalu jumps out and he finds Tafili. And they keep rolling right now. It's Thompson Threatened to go back underneath, but they spin it out to the right. Here's another try coming in here for the Bulls. Great stuff. They hit him on the left. Now they hit him on the right through Ken Tofilau. A hard-running centre straightens up and goes straight through the fullback. And just like that, before we hit the 10-minute mark, it's Canterbury up by 2 tries.
He's been brilliant today, Ken Tofilau. Either end of the field. And yardage starting the sets off, getting their ruck speed, strong carries. He's a big man, but this time off the back of some beautiful shape. You mentioned Katoa and what the inside's able to do. Both halves linking up there, but it was that line coming back against the grain on the inside shoulder. He just beat them for all money. Some wonderful ball playing ability on a beautiful day. Poli's been good. There's been a number of players as well. Rangiwha, there's plenty of them out there. Their shape and having their ball playing ability, even with their lock forward out there amongst the mixed Philly, has done a wonderful job in the middle service.
Yeah, some great lines there from the back rowers going through to Cooper Tihau, the number 11. He almost looked like he just caught the inside shoulder, the outside shoulder, sorry, of Keenan Messina coming across. However, there's no Casey Badger to take us back for that one. So this kick a little easier for Poli. He's a left footer. Looking to add the extras. So that one's waved away also. A little to the left. And the 2 tries of Canterbury result in just the 8 points on the scoreboard.
It makes a difference when you go up in 6s. You got to get these kicks. That kick wasn't even a hard one. Tell you what puts the scoreboard pressure on Otago. This way you ease the pressure. But it's vital that they get their hands on the ball. They need to make a stop down here. If the Bulls are able to get away to a kick, you're going to make sure you get your chance to carry. They look just as deadly with the ball in hand, both sides. And unfortunately, it's all the Bulls keeping carrying and having their way.
So Temaka. This time it's over the 10 on the full. It's brought back hard.
That's a better defensive set in terms of first tackle.
Yeah, big shot there on Thompson. They'll be looking to turn the tide of this game with their defense, the Whalers, as they look to get stuck in. Lamalu 20 out as they go left through Poli. And that's a hard-running Lamani Kaya. And another penalty. Otago really battling with the speed of the ruck, or battling to control it anyway.
Yeah, you named it, Jello. It's as simple as that. They just can't contain the big men, losing the first half collisions, and then when they're getting to ground, you find that you've got too many left on ground, which means that they can't take part in the tackle or get off that line and win the next tackle to help them get momentum on their sets defensively. Now they're going to find themselves down their end of the field, playing deep in their own half.
So that one finds touch, 45 out from the Canterbury line. There seems to be a bit of a pattern emerging here. Kickoff penalty try. We'll see if Otago can buck the trend with their defense as Canterbury surge forward into the Whalers' end now. Some big bodies.
Just strong ball carriers.
That time it's Faiva. As they look to link up through the middle, Thompson pushing through on that tough Philly carry. Lamalu, he's got Thompson again as he goes one out into the tackle of Benji Latu, who has, he couldn't help it. Couldn't help it.
He's under a little bit of fatigue as the captain. He sees his boys are in a little bit of trouble, and he went for the shortcut, Jello, the shortcut.
Well, there's no shortcuts here. And there's no thought of the 2 points as Canterbury surge forward. They want another 4-pointer. 13 minutes in, Lamalu goes left. They've scored off that little block shape and that pass off to Philly, but they keep hold this time. Lamalu short, spinning. Oh, so close to the line. Held up, says referee Parkinson. Amid some heavy dispute.
He's trying to get over the line. He's been good. He's been very strong with his carries. That's for sure. Makes a difference to play off the back of that momentum. But we mentioned the middle forward, Lock Tafili. He's been very good. Makes it so much easier for his halves.
And here come the Bulls. No mucking around. as they go from left to right. I've seen this before. It's deja vu. Ken Tofilau revisits the same spot he was in just 2 or 3 minutes ago. Try number 2 for him today. Try number 3 for the Bulls as they stretch it out to 12 points to 0.
Well, you said it was too easy. Been there before, deja vu. I tell you what, he's going to be wanting this to present even more. So you see sort of the overs line he ran. He ran the overs line on the catch. It just starts to come back off the right, but you just sort of see the nice show and go, the subtle skills that he's got, and just too strong over the line for Mason Lomi-Hindle. But a great player, as we mentioned, either end of the field. But it's the shape for me. It's the shape from this Bull side, and yes, the ruck speed is something you've got to try and counter. I even saw captain there trying to do his part to try and stop the momentum of this Canterbury Bull side, but you can't do it that way. You've got to roll up your sleeves, got to get possession, got to kick, you got to earn that respect to get back in this game.
So a change of kicker here. Jimmy Rangifa, the number 6. He's a right footer. Kicking from the far touchline, still looking for their first conversion. There we go. First time's a charm for Jimmy Rangifa as they take it out to 14 points to 0. Otago. They're looking to shake it up a little bit. Tofa Tui Moana Solia. He's a game breaker for them. He's just come onto the field perhaps a little bit earlier than expected, maybe, Monty?
Yeah, probably. But in saying that, it's really hard. And if you bring him onto the field, he's noted for his running and damage he can do with the ball in hand. But the problem is they don't have it. So maybe too soon, but judging on what you're seeing in defence, what they're putting up, there's some worrying signs for the coach. So he's not here to make the change.
Yes, well, he's a former rugby international. He's on in jersey number 24 for Otago, so keep your eyes on him. As Thompson. He's got this game off to a great start for the Bulls. We'll see how many minutes the Canterbury middles can hang in there for. It's quite a hot day. It was 14 degrees just before kickoff. Perhaps a couple more degrees as we get later in the day. There's a nice carry, not for the first time, from Lomaniaka. There's the Bulls on tackle 3 now. Lamalu trying to isolate markers as he finds Thompson, who finds his front. No penalties conceded thus far from the Whalers as Poley sends play back to the right. This has been the try-scoring side for the Bulls. Oh, you are kidding me. This time from deep in their half, they launched that passage of play, and it's finished off by Tom Rufiu, the number 1. 18-0.
Yeah, they're in all sorts of trouble, this Whalers side. They just get no ball, no possession. Been all running from the Canterbury Bulls. And it's been dangerous running either end of the park, in and around the ruck. They've got in their ruck speed and just playing directly behind it. Even some of the retreating defence isn't good enough. This kid has been outstanding today. Just draws and pass. Just as all good fullbacks do, they come through the middle. It won't be the last time he'll be across the board, but halves. Look at that over the gain line. Putting yourself in the picture so you can be of use and contribute to your side. Nice bit of work there coming across 2 players.
Yeah, I like the work there from Ken Toffler. Have you noticed he starts very tight as a centre, and as soon as that ball comes, he just takes that space. He'll, come off his left foot and move into that open space. I love that. As a former centre, I love it when watching the best, watching centres do their thing. Jimmy Rangiafa. He seized hold of the kicking licence after the first 3 were waved away. Strikes the ball beautifully. Flags go up, 20-0 to score. They're going at over a point a minute. This could get ugly if they don't stop the bleeding.
And he's found himself a job too as goal kicker. Why was he not kicking to begin this match? So it'll be telling all if he keeps this up the way he's been going. As you mentioned, this is not a great start. Beautiful conditions for a great game. Both sides have the ability to score points. But the key part to that scenario is making sure that you've got the ball in hand. Starved opposition, this Whalers side.
So Tīmaka, little change of tactic as they kick towards the right this time. Oh, you're kidding. It's going from bad to worse. If this game was in the video shop, it would be in the horror section.
Well, either that or the comedy session at times too, because sometimes you've got to laugh.
A comedy horror, is there such a genre?
Yeah.
That's where you'll find this game.
They need the ball, the Whalers.
They need to do so without conceding any penalties. They need to slow this ruck down as Lamalu goes to Thompson. So safe with the ball in hand. As they come down that right edge again, Rangifa.
Halves are so dangerous. They scheme a lot.
Poli. Left foot, right foot. Decides to keep hold that time as they set themselves up under the post. It's a very tight looking combination with these middle forwards. And this time they get a little bit of space around the ball. Okay. Here's the break that the Whalers were looking for, as it looked like Ken Tofila was about to run in try number 3.
My money's on him scoring a hat-trick at least today. That right edge and what they've been able to do, especially with so much possession. You're going to take some joy out of this if you're the Whalers. The fact that he could stop the try. Since that, they've not been able to stop anything coming down this end. So a bit of confidence perhaps. They can see now the energy levels. They're struggling. They're trying to slow the play down already. Yet they've got the ball in hand.
Well, it's great to get the ball back, but have they got any energy to attack? They've been
what a shot,
tackling
Jello.
for the last 15 minutes. And if they had any wind, it's just been knocked out of them with that shot as Benji Latu.
So Philly just laid the smack down, went for another effort too.
So this is better from the Whalers as they get a bit of ruck speed up towards halfway on tackle number 3. Morton goes right to Apinedu. Lomi Hindu. Oh, back-to-back penalties. Okay. So they won themselves a bit of possession. Now they're going to win themselves some territory to go with it. And I'm sure their game managers will be in no rush to kick this into touch. Oh,
That shot from Tafili, he really has done some damage with the ball and without the ball. But the biggest leveler of a competition, this is really one of those contests at the moment that you can talk to, is penalties. When you get multiple ones back to back, really helps your calls.
well, this is tougher. The 23 on play 1. Inside the Canterbury 20 now as Morton looks right side but comes to the left. This is Solia, the game breaker. The big man that we mentioned plays it back to Morton as he goes himself, gets low, close to the line. Cleaned up there as they slam the door on him. Apinedu's there at dummy half. He's got Solia. Oh, intercepted. Thompson. There's line speed and then there's jump in the gun. That was a very, he's towing the line, a very grey area. So we have a look now. He's.
Well, he was
That's a
behind
false
referee
start.
Pucky Parkinson and thought he would try his luck. Obviously would have got the call from the touch judges. Another penalty there. What that does though, even if you aren't successful in getting some points, you just take a whip from that engine.
Well, speaking of engines, here's Solia. Pumping the pistons. Brought down in front of the post. Plays it to Latu. Benji Latu. He's got a great quick play of the ball as he leaves Thompson behind. Is this an opportunity? Getting low, close to the line. The Bulls' defense getting even lower. As they sit down on Mato, a metre short. Messina. Lomi Hindu. Footwork, left foot, right foot, spinning. There they go. That is it. They are on the board. It's been an avalanche of points for the Bulls, but now 23 minutes in, the Whalers strike back.
We said penalties are leveller. That's what happens when you get possession and ball. Both sides are capable with great runners, but this one here, you just see them coming across. Some of the big players you mentioned, Mason, Hindle, a lot of work to do and just beat them with ease. Mentioned there as part of the SG ball system for the Wars. Deceptive runner. I think playing at fullback was the right call for this Whaler side to make. A little bit too easy getting over that ball there, but this is what you need to get that confidence back. You're on the board just in the nick of time and just have some possession for longer periods. This makes that much more of a contest.
Yeah, great try from Hindle. Love the footwork too. It's an exciting player if they can get him in a little bit of space out wide. It was great work from the big fellas, tying in defenders. As we keep our eyes on the sidelines for any substitutions, I'm sure 25 minutes in, they'll be looking to roll some. There's Salusi Temaka. He is a sharpshooter. But not this time. So 20 points to 4. This try coming, of course, on the back of 2 penalties conceded by the Bulls. Left foot, right foot. Wow.
Yeah, plenty of Bulls in the picture, but just probably grabbing a little bit more, not presenting a straight line. They know now from that evidence. Mason Hindle has got some footwork. He's got a bit of a bump as well. Got to make sure you present a line.
So the Bulls get us back underway. This is their first restart of the day. As we slowly creep towards halftime, Solia with a nice carry, getting his team started on play number 2. They keep it in the center of the park with Amato. Plays it back to Morton. Looking for runners on the right. There was nobody there, so they come back to Messina, who plays a short ball.
Right into Tofala's shoulder.
Almost a hospital pass, maybe the GP pass maybe.
Yeah, I think the Whalers need to keep going. I think they played back a little bit, wasn't quite on, so they ran on the quick, keep going, because this Bull side is very compact in the defence. Come a long way in.
So they make a business decision there, kicking on tackle 4. The kick chase, not quite there, or a little disjointed as the Bulls utilise some of that space down the left edge on play number 1. They look to centralise play up over halfway. Nice tackle there from Temaka. Lifting up Joel Lecker. He scored the first try of the day.
He's an Ian athlete.
Certainly is. He's had some great carries. And there's some nice defense. Slamming Kyle Lecker onto his back. So, ball turned over there.
Just have a look at it once again, just underneath the ball. It's a very good shot.
Yeah, nice shot from
Mato and what he was able to do. Of course, his cap was in there too. Benji Latu. This is the stuff you just really shouldn't do, is give possession back to the Whalers. They've struggled to get into this game from the start. Picked it back on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's it. Well, we mentioned the subs rotating for the Bulls. And it is Kyle Lecker onto the field. He's got the VC next to his name, vice captain, perhaps one of the more experienced players in this Bulls team. But it was a great opening start there from Thompson and Faiva. Got their team rolling as the Whalers look to hit back. Benji Latu plays it on the 40. Back to Morton, Apineru. It's a nice little double dummy. Comes off his right foot. There's Solia. Solia, big bumpers. Finding his front. Poley over the top. Oh, little push off balance there as he gets one back.
I didn't like that, did he? The big man. Been good for his side. He says, follow me. I'll show you the way. It's a good carry. Nice and strong. He's trying to find that ruck speed. You can play it behind that. And they should be speeding this up a little bit more rather than just taking their time.
So this is Latu. Morton has options both sides. He's got Amato going through as a decoy. Messina showing runners underneath. There's a very flat ball as the hometown fans shout forward at the referee. He says play on those. Lomi Hindle now at dummy half. One try already through fancy footwork just like this. As he looks to mimic his efforts from earlier. Morton, short ball. Charging, spinning, still going. Amato gets the ball out. This is play on as Solia. Can he get a big offload over the top? The big fella reaches out. Desperate defence from the Bulls. Not quite over the try line as ref calls time off. As that Bulls defence. Sakaria, he's got 10 on his back, but I believe he might be playing centre maybe.
It was a wonderful stop. Done the same. He was going to get over the line. That's a beautiful show and go.
So, wasn't pretty, but great defence from the Bulls as they repel that attack from the Whalers, who over the last 5 minutes seem to be feeling themselves a little more, getting into a rhythm, Monty.
Yeah, well, Joel Lecker, the debutant, what he's been able to do, he scored a try. Look, he's pushing again. That's effort on effort. That's what you got to do when you play representative football. Athletic build, just that energy you want. Pushes again now. It's a short side for the Bulls.
So some nice second phase footy. Look at this from the Bulls as they carve their way up. 35 out now. They just ran out of support as a tackle is made by the Otago defense coming to cover as Poley looks to go himself. Grubbers, it's on the ground. It's grounded. Put down right on the line. Referee points to the spot, and just like that, that set started from inside their 10-metre line with the turnover.
100 metres, 90 metres in fact, to come down there. Kent Offalau gets his hat-trick when you knew what sort of problems he can present down this end of the field, especially on his right edge. Just saw them coming through the shortest of short sides, the second phase, when they keep the ball alive. That's the ability that this running side has got. He's been good, Tom. A few, but this time it's the half. Look at the show and go, that change of pace, the acceleration, and then just gets between two players and just puts the ball forward. I wonder if he scored that a little bit before the line. Hard to see. Referee was on hand.
Yeah, well, it was great vision from Pauli because Lomi Hindle, he made the cover tackle as Rufui broke through, so there was no one at the back there. 32 minutes gone in the first half. This is a game we've been looking forward to over the last month. Of course, round number 4. This is both teams having a bye and winning 2 games. It's a battle of the undefeateds. There's Jimmy Rangiafa. Moves in for this one. He nailed the first 2 from probably a harder position, but misses this one. Score remains 24 points to 4. Canterbury building on that fast start in the first 20 minutes. So we see the shots there of Tofilau. Inch perfect on that put down. Right on the line.
Yeah, they've got attacking ability all over the park, through the middle of the field. Some nice shapes, some pass selection, some good ruck speed. They can just go down short sides or even just present the ball long and go wide to either edge.
So Temaka has got some great variation on these kicks. I don't think he's landed one kick in the same place as he keeps them guessing. Strong carry down the left edge this time. There's Sakaraya. They work it back towards centre field with Kyle Lecker. One of 3 Leckers in this Canterbury squad. There's Lamalu. A darting run up towards the 40. Poli. Nice shift here. There's Rufui Tofilau. 1 man, 3 tries. Draws in 3 defenders as he plays it back to Lamalu. Last tackle, Poli. No escort here for Otago. They left their winger very isolated, and that's a wonderful catch despite the circumstances. And now with 5 minutes to go, who wants to carry?
Yeah, Tuakaraina, very good, got up nice and high, as you mentioned, left out there all by himself. No help with support, but he climbs so high, brings the ball down, diffuses the situation. Now they're side with the ball in hand.
Well, big left shoulder contact there from Rangiafa. And there's that Benji offload. As they move down the right side, a couple meters in from touch. Tackle 4, I believe. So they look to get some ruck speed to help their kicker out. And now they got the penalty.
Tougher. Carrying nice and strong. Gets the penalty for the strip. Was it a loose carry? Not too sure. Referee gives them the penalty. We've seen what the side can do when they get penalties on their side to piggyback them out of their own half. Could have gone for touch, but they decided to carry the ball.
Yeah, interesting tactic there. So 35 out Latu on play number 1. This is a fresh set of 6 for the Whalers. There's Solia. Strong in contact. He's worked onto his back though through some nice wrestle. There's Tafili over the top. Morton, short ball, Amota. Messina calls for it, he gets it. Oh, Keenan Messina. The big man slicing through. Plenty of options. He shows 2 runners on the inside before slicing through himself.
Well, he's been looking for that all day, hasn't he? Keenan Messina. Just got that ball ability, runs on those over lines, he just presents. He looks up to look like he's promoting the ball out wide. Just has another look, realise that he just beat a defender on his outside shoulder. Just goes right through by himself. The thing about this Whalers side, plenty of players in that team too that can present problems. They can run the ball. They just need to be in the right territory. We said coming out of their own end, getting these back-to-back penalties and playing in the opposition 20. This is what's possible. Just before the break, very much needed as well, Jello.
Well, that's, isn't it? It's the penalties that have opened the door for the Whalers. Other than that, Canterbury's defense very strong down the other end of the field. As Lomi Hindle lines this one up. Nice little chip at the ball. The locals loving the footy. 24 points to 10. As we approach the final couple of minutes. What's important here? You got 2 minutes, perhaps a couple of sets before the half. What's the most important thing?
Well, just get in a position potentially if you can kick early, maybe play a bit of a trick shot. But what's most important is that you don't lose position. You don't give a chance for Canterbury to score once again going into the break. 14 points isn't a deficit that is unattainable. You can get there. But as I mentioned, if you can get a nice bit of ruck speed through this set here, there may be an earlier kick. There may be some chasing wingers that can just defy the odds and score one before the break.
Well, it's almost an old cliche, isn't it? The team who just scored dropping the ball after the try on the next set. I think that's why they put latches on the coaches' windows as they take it in through Solia. Possession key here. Inside the final minute and a half. Morton tries to go around the markers, but he runs into a big tackle from Tafili. He's been a menace out there for Canterbury. It's Benji Latu. adding a little tip on to his game. As I go down the left, Messina. He scored just moments ago. Now, what's a charge down? What's a charge down and what's a knock on?
Well, that's for the referees to decide, quite frankly, there, Jello. But I tell you what, though, it's an opportunity with one full set, perhaps. Need to pack the scrum early, stop the clock. Yeah, you got to say that
that's a charge down, isn't it?
Charge down. We had your hands up there trying to obstruct the kick in flight. By doing that, that rules and deems as a charge down. Opportunity now with 40 seconds left on the clock. Can get one now. Be a different halftime talk.
Yeah, well, Canterbury, they have rolled over a couple of times when that ball gets inside their 20. I don't know if we got time for a full set here, but certainly enough time for Otago to fire a couple shots. This could be one here down the right side as they punch one in.
Got a strike now.
Morton. Solia. Solia, look at this, play the ball. Still going. Defenders get set as Morton. They persist down this right side. Epinedu trying to create a one-on-one for his centre, and that is it. We are out of time. Canterbury Bulls saved by the bell as they hold on to that 24 points 10 lead that they have over Otago. What's your thoughts on the first half, Monty?
Well, just putting into that first half then, I think they could have fired some shots, had a bit of shape and just let the ball go. A little 2-1 out for mine. Too easy. The job for the defensive side to solve. But regardless, you'll be happy with the comeback and getting that ball in hand and taking some energy out of the opposition, which is the Bulls.
So, halftime score as it stands, 24 points to 10, Canterbury over Otago. Here at Ngā Punawai, the locals enjoying the sunshine. We'll be back with some halftime highlights in just a moment. So here we are, welcome back for the second half. The Canterbury Bulls, large and in charge, 24 points to 10 over Otago as the crowds settle in. 2 games here, of course. We were going back to back as the county's Manukau ladies do battle here against Canterbury. But for now, it's the boys, and a really strong start in the first half from Canterbury. Monty, what do you put that down to?
All the possession, no doubt about it. You're at home, you've got some debutantes and you've got some ability with the ball in hand. But the factor is you've just got to make sure you've got your fair share so you're not just running all day. The fence takes a lot of energy out of you when you've got the ball all day. This game's a little bit too easy.
Well, we talked about the impact of Solia. It just so happens that the game slightly turned when he did come on the field. Otago able to get themselves back into the game. There's a nice first set, gets him up into the Canterbury end as Benji Latu got the ball wrapped up as he's brought down onto his back. Plays it back to Morton. Apinedu puts up a nice bomb. It's end on end though, very catchable for Rufui as he looks for an escape route.
The footwork, the few. Very good, catches that ball. It was a great set in terms of the yardage making. How good's he been already with the ball in hand, and this time carrying. Very strong for his side.
Well, big tackle there from Pupu Ali'i as Canterbury activate the mousetrap out of dummy half. The play before as they
only
spin
doing that
now
30
onto
years
the front.
ago. Far fairly, Francis Malley, the mousetrap.
It's one of the greats. It's a sign of a good coach team, I think.
That one's a little bit too long, too far. That's not what you want to do to finish off your set. So straight away when you're thinking about this game and who's had the better start, it's definitely the Whalers. Body language has got to be better. They've got to be up and they've got to know that they've got the chance now early on. They could be first to score. Would make a huge difference.
Well, plenty of smiles there on the Bulls bench as they hold a 14-point lead as Latu puts the ball down. It was perhaps stripped, but it looked like he was trying to offload, so that's enough for the referee to say play on.
Yeah.
The Bulls back in possession.
I think it was the right call, Jello, for sure. Loose carry at best.
So Latu with that tackle down low. As the Bulls look to get back to business on tackle number 3. Some very strong running from Lominikaya. And here's a line break. It's snuffed out quickly, but some big meters as Kyle Lecker plays it 40 out from Otago's line. Poli, short ball, great line, great tackle. Lamalu. This is tackle 4, Poli. Rufui puts it down. And Otago with a nice big exhale as they get the ball back.
Well, that's a shame. Poli was looking very dangerous, playing off the back of ruck speed. Lamalu throw him into the mix as well. You're starting to see the scheming of these halves and the nines and what they're able to do. It was Lecker that time, Kyle Lecker. Just see him just looking like he's doing a lot. Few couldn't hold the ball. A few, but just dangerous. There's Samani Bowley, halfback. Watch out for him.
Well, Otago out of their 20 now. Lomi Hindu. 1 try to his name. So they make some big meters on that first play. Slowed down slightly on the second. Morton picks up and finds Messina. Short ball there for Pupu Ali'i. Tackle number 3. Latu goes underneath. Morton, fearless, charges. 45 out from the Bulls line now. Solia's at dummy half. He finds Apinedu. Apinedu slicing through. Has he got support? He's got Rufiri 1-on-1 with the full back. He tries to lob that pass over the top.
Well, it was a no-look pass, wasn't it?
It was
a little bit too big for his boots then. There was opportunity. Never really was it on that pass.
I think he threw it out with a bit of hope, like a message in a bottle, just hoping someone's there.
Bit of a Hail Mary. You just see he just pipes through the gap, beats 2 defenders, cuts them in half. It was a no-look, but plenty of people in the picture. That time going to the Canterbury Bulls' hand.
Well, a fresh set of 6 as the Whalers down by 14. Can they close the gap on this set? Solia standing. Rolled eventually onto his back. He'll play it to Morton. Nice pass out. Messina, dummies. They run out of space on that left channel as the black and red jerseys swarm in. They come away from the sideline. This time it's Patu. He's taken some tough carries in this game. He plays it eventually. Morton, short ball. Where is the ball? It's gone MIA.
It's been good. Saima Pupuali'i, he's been very strong in the second half. Carries, some hits, that time getting across the line. He's a big body, very athletic. I think if they're going to get into this game and want to play off some ruck speed, he's got to do it. Look at him. He's a big human being.
Well, they are a great mix of size and ability, this Otago team. You have to think that those opportunities, you got to cash in on them. They might not, you don't know how many you're going to get in a game like this.
Especially when you think about the scoreboard and trying to put them under the pressure himself. You've been camped down there for a little bit of a period of the match. Canterbury now, they've got to get out of their own end and kick well. Defensively though, Whalers, they've got to put some stops on.
So nice carry there for Tofilau. It was the Tofilau show in the first half as he bagged himself a hat-trick. That tackle creeping up around the moustache. As Temaka working hard from marker. They need to get some numbers down this right side. There we go, a penalty. Some great fight after a great carry there.
Monikaya, he's been very strong on that edge. Just runs those direct lines. He runs with such enthusiasm and he fights to play the ball just as quick. When he's able to do that, it just opens up for the next play. Put the question to them, can they answer back and come out of their own end? They've done exactly that. Now then find themselves with this kick inside the opposition half on tackle 1.
Well, these Canterbury sides, usually such a heavy contingent of Hornby Panthers and Linwood Kias. The great, one of the great rivalries in that Canterbury competition. But a great mix of talent, fantastic squad on display here as Kyle Lecker charges up. Oh, here we go, defenders down, bodies on the ground. Tafili plays it. Plenty of space here for Canterbury as we come back to the play the ball perhaps.
Didn't play it properly. Malakai Tafili, it's a real shame. I mentioned him earlier in the first half and the ball playing ability he's got. This time he just carries, he just shows, goes right through. He's got a bit of footwork on him as well. Just not quite getting up here to play the ball fully. Bit hard with the man standing underneath him or laying down underneath him. Bit of a hard call perhaps there, Jello.
Yeah, well, hard call for Canterbury. Lucky break for Otago. So they get the ball back into possession now. It's been a great start from these Canterbury middles to Philly. Lomani Kaya, as you mentioned. There's also Devon Thompson, who started the game in the number 8 shirt. He went off in the first half. We'll see when they get back on for their second stint. As these Bulls middles look to empty the tank in defense. Morton, Lomi Hindle. Little hesitation, little footwork at the line there as he's stopped. And now a penalty.
Holding on too long. I was just going to say, I think this Whalers side need to play a little bit wide of the ruck. With these one-out runs in too direct, they're just getting monstered by these Bulls. Getting plenty of numbers in the tackle, slowing it down, which leaves the next player coming against even further numbers.
Well, they're great at squeezing up defensively. Canterbury, great defensive movement. Staying tight on the ball as Patu charges forward. Morton. Pupu Ali'i, sorry, plays it 40 out. Morton's got Latu off his shoulder as he tries to slice through. Ball popped out there. Canterbury launched the counter-attack this time. 30 out from their line.
Well, Morton can play too. We've seen him at a dummy half and just of late too, just looking very lively. The key for this side, especially with the forward momentum that they're gathering this Whalers side.
So the Bulls burning through the tackles as they're now up over halfway. Brought down by the Holy Spirit almost. 45 out now. Poley thought about the high one, but he stabs it, looking for some green grass. It gets one bounce before Lomi Hindle picks up and gets towards the center of the park. The kick chase arrives just in time to shut that down on tackle 1. 25 out now. It's been a quiet game for Manuika, the number 5, getting in for a carry this time. It's the outside backs getting busy. We're 10 minutes into the second half. Manuika doubles up. You must have heard me say he's had a quiet game. Now he's working overtime. Morton, Apinedu, back on the inside. Solia, big bumpers, big fend, big leg drive as he takes his side almost into the Canterbury 30. Last tackle now. Apinedu chips over towards the corner. It's contested. Ball still alive. Oh, Benji Marshall, eat your heart out. So the ball not touched by Canterbury. And they die with it there on the 5th tackle.
Yeah, some surprising stuff there from the Whalers. Just like to see a little bit more push with the side, especially when they come in at the yardage out of their own end. I think really the ball carriers are doing a good job with the ball, but if you've got a couple of guys pushing with it, just takes a few tacklers off. Just gives you that chance for a quick play of the ball or even just a few more extra meters. Oh, that's a good shot.
Good shot. Oh, look at this. The reinforcements. Bringing in bucket loads of mana for that one. Driving back Nick Evans, who was running very upright close to the try line.
Well, lifts you as a side, doesn't it? When you see that type of play defensively, you know it's a contest in terms of our arm wrestle like we see in the second half. You just put a big shot up and then everyone just jumps on board. United, they push him back. Now they get a chance to return, receive the ball. The back fence, let's see it.
Pupuali'i. Is this the comeback? Is this the beginning of the comeback? Morton to Latu. Offload. Second phase footy, Lomi Hindu. Trying to keep the play alive as he's brought down in front of the post. Morton. Amoto. A metre short. Apineru thought about the little cutout ball. Defense very high up in his passing line there. Morton, right side they go again. Nice little 1-2 combo. So forward pass. I think that last pass there deemed to go forward.
It's the right play though, execution a little bit off. You've got to push, even if you just use it as a show and go. What that does is just make sure that defenders have to stay out, which means you isolate guys and you've got a better chance with their big ball carriers to get momentum at very least, if not being able to score a try.
Well, 14 points, still the gap. They say time flies when you're having fun. It's certainly flying here. 14 minutes gone in the second half already. And another Otago opportunity. Not reflected on the scoreboard. As Tofilau gets his team forward. What have you made of the two number 9s, Monty, as a former hooker yourself?
Yeah, I think they've both been scamming. They've been very good. Obviously, Lamalu has had most of possession and a lot of front foot ball, so he's been playing off that, as well as creative halves that have pushed with him every time he's gone, so it's made a huge difference. I think on the opposite side, I think Jack Morton is just as dangerous, but he just hasn't had the same opportunity. Where he's had the ball has mainly been in yardage, and he hasn't had the push from his side, which makes it really hard in a hooking role.
Do you think it's becoming more of a, I know it's a preference to have a number 9 that can run, do you think it's becoming more of a necessity at top level? Similar to the NFL, you need a quarterback that can run in almost every team now.
And the best teams sometimes have that half or hooker to come off the bench and play that same sort of role. You know, fast, quick, fresh legs against tired defenders in the middle, and that's what you're going to see now. I think both sides are fatiguing through the middle, so hookers, halves, it's the opportunity soon, but not if you drop the ball like that.
Oh, that ball put down there by Rufui. Some nice defensive pressure from Otago. You can see them checking defenders as they get that line right up nice and high as Canterbury tried to play out the back and go round. Shouts of let's complete here at Ngā Punawai. Field number 1, Ngā Punawai, of course, translating to many spring waters. And that's credit to the many artesian springs, creeks, lakes within the area, within the region. And as I mentioned, it's been home to the National Youth Comp over the last week from Monday to Friday. So we saw plenty of talent on show there.
Yeah, of course the second half is yet to find a try score. Plenty of points in that first half. Much more of a contest back and forth. Even possession across both teams, Jello.
Well, look at this run from Omoto. You mentioned the fatigue in the middle. No fatigue in this man as he charges forward. Plays it back to Morton. The markers were down for half a second, but they're back on their feet now. As they come within a metre again, as we mentioned, opportunities are plenty here for Otago. Can they cash in this time? Oh, ball is put down. So it's back to 1 as Latu throws an offload. It's come back to Omoto. He might be feeling the fatigue now as he's taken down. 2 metres out from the Bulls line. Morton at dummy half. This is a fresh set of 6 for the Whalers. Mataiariki. Oh, baby. The Cook Islands sensation. Ngā Tokotoru, Mataiariki. He scored 2 tries last week, 4 tries the week before, and he's got one here today. quiet up until now, but gets his hands on the ball. Gets his team another 4 points on the scoreboard.
Nā toko toru. Mate Ariki, very good. Came off his left as well. We mentioned how good the edges have been on the Canterbury side, but look at that. Just promotes the ball, drops the left foot, whack, just comes across as well. Kick to boot. Just shows you this side is just as capable with possession and ball in hand. We mentioned if you want to be sort of first to score in the second half, and what they've done that, they get the kick, they find themselves in striking distance. The confidence you get as well. Seem to have all the running so far, this Whalers side. They starved the possession early on in the first half. Now they've returned serve. Let's see how Canterbury are able to repel that.
Well, there's a nice little battle heating up here between Mate Ariki and Tofi Lau. Of course, Mate Ariki is going to have to score another 2 to catch up to his opposite number. As Lomi Hindu lines up the extras, 10 points the difference, just to take it to an 8-point game. Hits it over nicely into the Hare Keke. 58 minutes gone as we approach the final quarter of the game. You talk about the start for Canterbury. Thompson and Faiva, the number 22, they made their way to the bench. We saw the game turn a little bit. Do we see them come back on now and finish this game off?
Yeah, normally when you got your middles that are dominant, you get in their front forward ball, it just helps your side. Obviously, you've got to play at the right end of the field as well. But possession, once again, has been heavily in the favour of the Whalers. That's the difference. Both teams can attack. It's about who has possession and the chance to do so.
So Messina takes that one and he hands it off to Pupuali'i.
He's been good, Pupuali'i.
Latu, this game's certainly come to life now. 8 points the difference. It was as many as 20 points the difference. As they roll towards halfway, Morton looking for runners there. A little step back as Latu puts his hand up on tackle number 5. Messina, this is 4, I believe, sorry. Short ball. Mate Ariki, here he goes again. Just needed someone pushing off his shoulder as he looked to slice through Morton. The attack is not over yet. Apunatu, this is 5th tackle. They step back on this right edge. Can they utilize the space? Temaka. Oh, wow. I said last week their game against Wellington was one of the best I have seen this year. 38-32, they pinched that one. What a comeback. This is the same kind of spirit Otago starting to fight back with now as they draw within just 4 points.
Well, spirit is one thing, but to have the ability and players across the board athletically to do it is another. This side is just showing it right now. We're going right to left, left to right, but just what he's been able to do, Mate Ariki, he has been very good in the last sort of 5 minutes of late. They spread it from left to right. You just see once again the big boys, they just all come across. It's been a scoring day for the centres on both sides, on both edges. Been very good, but this is a game that we've got in hand. You mentioned that both sides have scored many points so far in the competition. Now we're seeing just how close this one's going to be. Kicking could be the difference.
Well, great break in the build-up there from Mate Ariki. As I mentioned, Cook Island sensation. You wonder if Coach Carmichael Hunt's got his eye on this game, looking for players in the Pacific Championships, of course, upcoming. He might have a tough time getting over Kale Ero, though, who has...
How good was he last night as well? Another 200 metres. He was phenomenal. The last couple of weeks, in fact, he's turned himself into a premier centre in the world, let alone the NRL competition.
Well, he's been good all year, of course, held back by injuries. As Lomi Hindu strikes this one a little to the right. Looks like he's aiming for the other post on the other field, but 62 minutes gone. 4 points the difference. All the momentum at the moment, Otago. As as we're now inside the final 20. And what did I say? Bottom of your screen, the two Bash brothers. They're back. They're back to finish it off, Thompson and Faiva.
Yeah, I think their intentions are clear when they walk into the field, chest out, shoulders back. They know the job that they need to do for their side. Defensively and offensively, strong through the middle third. Control that ruck speed.
So Rangiafa sends it down. It's taken on the full. Steaming back is Manuika. Morton at dummy half. Messina. Latu skipping across field, a little unconventional from him. Some variation from what he's given us throughout this game. He's been straightened up the middle. But this time they skip out on play 2. Apaneru. Hitting towards the edge, really bouncing off defenders now. They didn't have this time and space earlier in the game. But the ball movement's been great. Morton. Tackle there, Lamalu getting his shoulder stuck in as he makes his way back to A defender. Latu, Messina, Matiariki. He's the man with the hot hand as of late. Lome Hindu, a little bit of pressure there from Marker on that pass as Messina goes short side, and no other options really but to kick ahead as the fullback Rufui brings it back, and that tackle from Messina. So nice run there from Joel Lecker, the debutant.
What a debut match he's had. He's been very good for his side, scored a try. Carries like that just really help out. For a young, inexperienced guy, a carry like that really helps the cause. Middlemen can jump behind that and then get up to a good kick.
So Faiva back onto the field, and look at what that offload has done. The Bulls charging up the middle. Oh! Rufui unable to take that pass in as Manuika wastes no time and charging it back.
You know the saying, it's risk versus reward. When you get out in the clear like that, what's the upside? Keep the ball in hand. Do you risk the pass, or do you just play that tackle? See what folds after that.
Well, luckily for the Bulls, they were able to bite off some big meters before losing the ball down the Otago end. However, the Whalers have brought it straight back into the Bulls' side of the field as...
He's off the mark. Tamaka, I was going to say, another decisive carry straight through the middle of the block hole.
So Amoto. Play 4, I believe, is Morton. A dummy half. Apanadu asking questions of his right edge. Trying to get something going as Pupuali'i brought down by 1 foot as Latu pushes through. Apaneru, wide pass, Temaka, right foot. Nice defense from the Bulls, working as an edge to deal with that. So it looks like there's a player down in back play, so just the 12 attackers for the Whalers for now. Grubber, off the foot, off the face. Referee says it's knocked on from the Whalers. On the last tackle, going to be a play the ball for the Bulls.
We were talking about hookers just before, but that Jack Morton, I think his service, his delivery from dummy half is being exceptional. Probably should use that a little bit more. Really put that ball in the bread basket right out in front of players. Left to right, right to left. So I think it should be a little bit wider too, this Whalers side. Use their skill set. This is not what you want for the Whalers. They really are winning in terms of momentum going their way. And this arm wrestle, what you've seen, this just gives Canterbury time with the points on the board ahead. Just to gather their thoughts, talk to each other, understand what's possible at home.
This doesn't look good. I believe that's Keenan Messina, maybe, the number 22. He didn't play last week in the game against Wellington. You wonder if it was from injury. He's got some very heavily strapped ankles. So we have a look. Oh, yeah, looked like a player through the back of the legs, perhaps.
A non-conventional hip drop. He's been good. He scored a try himself. He's been drifting across field, trying to ask questions of the defensive line.
Well, it's a huge blow for the Whalers if he has to come from the field. And the way he's being helped up, I think that he will be. As we look towards the bench, there's no real players that could slot in at half. So plenty of size. So yeah, this really doesn't look good for Keenan Messina.
Yeah, big loss. As I mentioned, he scored a try today. It's been exceptional to see him coming on those overs line, just showing a couple of times, holding that ball up, just putting them in two minds and just busting through, slicing through defenders, in fact.
Yeah, well, he's one of my favourites to watch, Monty. 2023, he made his debut for Otago. He was playing centre at the time, put on a clinic. And it was a year that they took down Canterbury, I believe. They sent them into relegation. Don't quote me on that one. I could be wrong, but he played fantastic then. It's great to see him back this year in that number 6 role, taking on some more responsibility with this side. They're going to have to really figure out how to get through without him. And the first mission is defensively. As Morton with that tackle over the top. Lamalu finds Faiva. It was his offload that busts the line open just moments ago. And here he is doing it with the leg drive. Faiva. And now Thompson, the 1-2 combination that started this game, on the field now to finish it. Tofilau. Oh, we talk about that battle between the two number 4s as he plants that fend right on the chin of Matiariki. Thompson thought about the offload for a millisecond, decided not to throw it out as Latu chasing out to put some kick pressure on Rangifa. Oh, big contact. This is Pity, the number 9.
You see, this is Bulls rugby league to a T. Now they're just turning that defensive up. They're attacking with plenty of numbers in the picture. Look to shift here for the Whalers. Get a pass or two in, find some ground, get some momentum and play behind that. At the moment, it's all too easy for the defensive line.
Well, it looks like a change here. Perhaps Temaka might have gone into that halves role for Messina as they put that ball down. 20 out from their own line.
Mentioned the push, having it there being crucial. But once again, it's risk versus reward, deciding what's possible. Sometimes just good enough to show and find your front, get up and play that ball. I do believe the pass was on, just execution not quite right. It just gives the Bulls an opportunity. Almost centre field. The ball, haven't been here for a while. Plenty of great players with athletic ability to cause havoc. Let's see, he puts the hand up.
So Poli feeds it into the scrum. Lamalu grabs it out the back as they take one towards the right side through Te Hau. Thompson is there. Little skip and a jump as he spins towards the line. Morton around the ball. Keep and hold. It's a very quick play, the ball, though. The defense seems somewhat set as the Bulls charge forward. This is going very close to the line. Lome Hindle round the legs. He's going to have to get back onto his feet quickly. Lamalu, wide pass. Is there any space out there as they come back off the right foot? That's Rangiafa. Lamalu. Oh, wow. Special stuff here, both in attack and defense. Tofilau. They go left. Poli trying to get around Lomi Hindle. He does. He's beaten 2, 3, 4. Try time. 4-point lead becomes 8. Great stuff there from Poli, the captain, leading from the front.
Oh, he's classy. Kept it to Mane Poli. For a moment, there was a number of great defensive stops from this Whalers side, showing huge energy and intent to keep them out. But just the class and sheer brilliance of that young half. Just Poli, as you just see then. This is the second one when they're just going over the line. Lamalu just stopped there by a number of desperate defenders from the Whalers. Then Poli is in a situation where he shows left, a little bit of a jink. Swerve comes out, hop, skip, in a run straight past all the defenders coming across. He knows it's a big one. He's pumped with that, and when your half's on fire, when he's playing with that ability and confidence, makes it really hard for the opposition.
It's always hard trying to tackle players like that, isn't it? They're almost moving backwards, moving sideways. Looks like something out of the touch nationals.
Rubber legs, man.
Rubber legs. Yeah, they're a nightmare for the middle defenders. Jimmy Rangiafa, 66% off the tee. He took over the kicking duties early in the first half. As he lines up this one, shouldn't have any concerns whatsoever. So a beautiful strike. Knocks that one into the abyss. 30 points to 20. Still 10 minutes to play. Otago, of course, down at 20 points to nil. They were down at one stage. They managed to fight back in 20 points of their own. But it will take something very special to get themselves in the lead with 9 minutes to play. Te Maka puts it high. There was the winger there, Tuha Karaina. He had his hands up in the air. I think he must have known he was offside from the kick.
I thought he wasn't happy with him, the kick going too fast, so I thought he was going to give up the chase.
That's what I thought. The
Threw
kick
his hands up in the air.
It was a great kick right on the
Surely
money.
he was caught offside.
Yeah, he must have known.
Otherwise you'd have a word to him after the game, wouldn't you? Chase it all, son. You chase it all. Never stop.
So Rangiafa, oh, it's a terrible kick towards the sideline. Somehow it's managed to find its way out. Ironically, the winger was stepped back 30 metres, hoping to cover any kick that wouldn't go out. But they only bite off 15 or so. It was touched before it went out, so it's going to be a play the ball as opposed to a penalty tap. Pupuali'i at dummy half. Tofilau plays it. Favour. He's been a force, hasn't he, since coming back on?
He's a menace. Very hard to handle in the middle of the park.
Lamalu. That pass goes to ground. Poli's dangerous from this position. He can't shoot up out of the line to take him one-on-one because he'll get round you and go back through the hole as he did for that last try. As they look for another try, short side. The offload around the corner.
Mani Kaya is just trying to really force his hand, trying to go around his pass, extend the arm and go around the player. Not quite on. An opportunity now just to camp yourself inside the 10-point lead. They just try to throw caution to the wind. Mani Kaya just here just shows a bit of evasion. Not really on. Would have been a miracle pass. That time not successful. Just shows his skill set though. He's strong and direct with carries. Pass pre-line and post-line too. Some strong edges for this Canterbury side.
Certainly are. They'll need something special here on this set in particular because they're still, well, they were inside their 20. They've just been driven back there again. Tiariki plays it back to Morton. That's play number 1. Latu, has he got enough flowed up his sleeve? Not this time. Morton goes from dummy half. Somewhat scatters the Canterbury line as they march towards the 40. Apinedu. Te Maka. Pupuali'i. 5th tackle already. Te Maka puts it up into the breeze, perhaps a little off the side of his boot as it goes towards the post. It's Joel Lecker. Is it Joel Lecker? No, it's Nick Evans, the number 5. He hits the gas pedal, but he's roped in inside the Canterbury half.
There that is. Tofilau, try scoring machine. Carries hard no matter what end of the field.
Rangiafa, Lamalu, short side. This could be dangerous. Oh, ball put down. Just the last 5% missing for Canterbury on the back of some really good plays.
He's a grafter, Lamalu. He's got some skill set as well. I mentioned both. Hook is very lively. Play front foot with some ruck speed. That time he did a bit to get through a number of defenders, but it was a loose carry. Not able to hold it when he was throwing off some defenders.
Well, some fresh legs on here for Otago. Poia Reihana Finau, the number 14 in the headgear. I think he might have come on to maybe a loose forward type of role. Has he got any magic up his sleeve in the last 5 minutes?
I think if the Whalers, as you mentioned, 20 points to 0 head start and able to come back into this match. To know that you pose a problem to a very good side in the Canterbury Bulls.
Well, still some more games for both these teams coming up. Of course, Canterbury take on Wellington next week. Otago, they have a game against Southland coming up also. It's Temaka. Hold the phone. We're talking about next week. They almost get something going down the left edge.
I just watch him as well. You mentioned both edges. Tamaka took it just off his left straight away, pretty much on the catch. He just changed line on the catch, and that offload we saw down the other end. Mane Kaya not able to get the pass around the opposition defensive player. That time he was. That's a carry.
Wow, so a string of errors. That's 3 from 3 by my count, Monty. The last 3 sets put down.
Faiva. Such a hard man to contain. That time his hands letting him down.
There's a solid build. So off the back of the scrum, Apinedu, Lomi Hindle, Matiariki. Comes off his right foot and takes a tackle. 25 out from the Canterbury line. So they set the platform, set the stage for a big play here. Tafa plays it. Amoto. Right side they go. Apinedu, 1-on-1. Trying to come off his right foot and get around as he did on his try earlier. So Reihana Finau from dummy half. Will he go himself? Nice little turn back on the inside. It's knocked on, then it's picked up in an offside position. As you'd have to say, that brings down the curtain on Otago's chances here today.
Well, they haven't stopped trying. That time, once again, was the right play, but execution a little bit off. He holds that ball up. I dare say he gets right through that hole, score a try, put that down to fatigue, perhaps. Execution for both sides of late has been a little bit off. You mentioned possession and being possession gifted to each opposition at either end of the park. You see now Canterbury kicking for touch. They wind the clock down. Polly just hit, relax, we've got this.
So we approach the final minute. I'm sure the Bulls, you know, if they're smart here, they could probably keep hold of the ball until the end of the game. Very slow play the ball. Amalu picks it up. Poli. Oh, there's a missile. Benji Latu looking to spark something for his side. Favour. Always dangerous with the offload, and this is what they can do. Second phase football. Off the back. Short side now. Rangiafa, great combination between him and Poli. Tihau. I thought that pass might have been knocked down, but it's knocked back off Canterbury. Otago playing for pride at this point.
Well, they found
Can they
some
get
energy, haven't
a
they?
constellation try? Can they get a play the ball in before the hooter? Referee says no. So that is it for now here on Ngā Punawai Field number 1. The Bulls, it smiles and high fives. Walter Wilson, a happy man. Some tired bodies out there. They fought till the very end, the Whalers. But Canterbury, too good. 30 points to 20. Victorious here. What do you make of that one, Monty?
Yeah, I think the start was all too much for this Whalers side. They finished with a lot of energy, a lot of intent, and they'll take away with them some great confidence. They get themselves back into the match. I think either side must realise that ball security is key. With that ball security, you're able to score points. Any one of these sides.
Well, it was an avalanche of points in the first half, and we even had some tries in the second as we look at some of the action from the second half.
It was the Whalers who scored first and early. They realised that they've got their own ability. As you mentioned, this man, Cook Island descent, Otago, he is very good. Plenty of attacking powers across the board. Messina went off, but before he went off, there's a number of work to see these guys come through. And their ability to play the ball. Them too, they found some wide running, ball playing ability. This one through the hands now as comes across and scores. Just showing the effort that they've got too when they play down the right end of the field, that they can score points. And just the class of that man, the half, Kitasini, Poli, the captain. You mentioned rubber legs, very hard to defend in the middle of the park. Defenders were tired, they were scattered. To make it even worse, you had this live wire coming through.
So plenty of highlights, of course. Any standouts for you, Monty?
Oh, look, I just think across the board there's some good players, some nice hedges. I think Ken Tofilau, for me, he scored his hat-trick. He looked damaging, no matter whatever end of the field he came on. Mason Lomihindo did some wonderful things for his side. Poor Ali as well, when he came on off the bench. As you mentioned, the Bash brothers too, for the Canterbury Bulls. They were devastating. When they came back onto the field, you could see it all happening and unfold. They just dominated the middle third of the field.
Well, the two sides bring it in for their post-match kōrero. This, of course, is only the entree. We've still got the main course coming up. Canterbury Bulls, the ladies, taking on Counties Manukau Stingrays. What is going to be an epic clash. That game kicking off at 2 o'clock. So we'll have a chat to our man down on the sideline.
A game of two halves, a strong first half, but Otago came back in the second half. Was it just the pressure they applied, or did you guys take the foot off the throttle?
It was definitely a bit of both. I felt like Otago came a lot stronger in the second half. They had all the momentum, and I guess we didn't do ourselves any favours by turning the ball over in silly areas of the field. But yeah, they've done an awesome job coming back, and full credit to their side. You know, they've done so well over the past few years, and yeah.
And who's the standout player for you from the Canterbury Bulls?
Probably that fella there just tried to pants me, George. You know, first stint started us off strong, and then in the second stint, you know, he really lifted us. As you know, we lost momentum for a bit there, and then he laid the foundation for us to get back there.
Good luck for next week.
Thank you. Cheers, all the best.
Yeah, great chat there. The Trillo medals, Canterbury Bulls. We talked about their middles and how good they were. How do you compare them to what's happening in the North Island? How would they mix it with counties and the Vulcans and some of these bigger forward packs that you see across the comp?
Well, I think when you've got that belief because you've been unbeaten in a competition like that, the fact is, can you do it away from home? Do they go away from home now and then to take on some of these Auckland teams? That is the question, but a lot to like from their performance today.
Yeah, there certainly is. And there was a lot to like from this Otago side, so we go down for a chat with them.
Unfortunately, didn't get the win today. What was said at half-time to get you guys to come out firing in the second half?
I think it's been a big thing for us this whole season, just with our completion. We tend to be our own enemies at times, so I think that second half we tried to come out and just complete and also try and condense the defence. We figured they were a strong pack, so props to Canterbury, they did really well today, and yeah, props to our boys as well.
And do you have a standout player from your team today?
Not that I can think of at the moment, but I think our whole team, we did a standout effort. I think a big one was Simon. Just came off strong and defended really well with a couple of try savers, but props to all the boys. So
good luck for the rest of the season.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
So some wise words there from Benji Marshall. I was impressed with him, Monty, as we look at the next game coming up. As I mentioned, the Bulls taking on the Stingrays in just a few moments. They're just going through their paces, going through their warm-ups, and they'll be with us here at Ngā Punawai Field 1 in just a moment. But for now, that is it. As we glance across that picturesque landscape one more time, we'll be back in just a moment with our next game.